Hello. I don't know which cap that I'm gonna use today because I think they both turn out really good, and I'm thinking maybe the logo cap is gonna be the best fit with the shirt, right? So I've done a couple of changes here to the office, as you've probably seen if you follow me on Instagram. And one of them is that I moved my desk into the middle of the whole room. And the reason for that is because I wanted to have like a better backdrop when I'm recording any kind of like editing tutorial or something similar. And now I can use this space as storage space instead. So I'm gonna buy a couple of shelves and put in here, and I think it's gonna be really good actually. There is still some work to be done in this corner because this is like basically the crap corner right now. And the plan with this area is basically that it's gonna be a bathroom with like a toilet and a sink, because right now I don't have a toilet here at the office. It's like way over in the other end at my like dad's workshop. And this shelf is also going away, but right now it's acting as the storage space for all the different props that we're gonna use for the aftermath short that we're gonna shoot soon. So I do have a couple of announcements that I want to make, and one of them is that in April on the NAB show in Las Vegas, I'm gonna be there together with Rhino camera gear. So I do think that is gonna be totally dope, and I'm really looking forward to meeting some of you over in the United States of America. Second thing, as you probably guessed, is that merch is now available on my website that you'll find in the description below. So when I was playing around with this the last time, I didn't really read the manual on all the different functions that it had and what you should do to not crash your camera. And I've been playing around with this for a bit more now, and there is a couple of functions that I didn't mention in my previous video just because I did not read the manual. But I thought we should like rig it up here in the office and see if we can get a cool shot, because I think like if we can attach it to this and then go all the way straight out the door and then get the line go right in here, I know that that is going to be a really cool shot, because I actually tried it once earlier and posted that onto my Instagram, but I kind of want to do it again because it's so much fun. Let's start with this. So I don't really know what height it's going to be, but I'm thinking like somewhere around here, like so. I think that is gonna be good. And the other end is gonna be like all the way out there, but it's actually pretty cold outside the door, so I kinda need to have some clothes on me, otherwise I'm probably gonna catch a cold. Right. So let's see, all the way here and all the way in there. So this whole building that I'm having my office in is actually built in the late 1800s. It's basically just an old storage space for all the old stuff that we don't need. I mean, like this bike I used to ride when I was like, I don't know, 10 or something like that. Feels sturdy. So well, I kind of wanted to like go through something, but I don't know what yet. Yeah. Sounds good. Let's put this on then. Jesus Christ, it's tight. Yep. I'm not going to be able to use my Sony a7 III because I think it's like a little bit too tight right here. So I'm going to use the Insta360 1R instead, because I think it's going to be a much more secure bet this time around. Let's give it a test run. Something that I didn't mention in my previous video is that it does have like 3 different speeds that you can use when you're like going back and forth, so you don't have to go warp speed all the time. So mode number 1 is cruising at this speed, which is actually quite manageable. And then you can also control it with like slightly with the remote, so you don't have to go full speed all the time. But the reason that I wanted to try it out in warp speed was because I thought it was looking so cool. And it also has stop points that you can set with the remote. So say for example that you don't have the stops here, and then you want to like put a stop right here and just press the button, and then you go as far as you want. And when you go back, it stops. And it works even if you're going in warp speed, and that is something that I probably should have known before I put my Sony a7 III on that. The third mode of it is basically that it can go back and forth between the start and stop points that you set on the remote. I haven't really gotten that to work yet, but I'm still trying to figure this thing out because I'm just having too much fun with warp speed. All right, let's set a start point over here. That should be fine. Hey! So I'm thinking that I'll sit here and then say hello as it comes up to my face, but I don't really know how close it's gonna be. I have a feeling that I'm gonna get hit by it, but let's give it a try. Hello. Alright, so that shot turned out pretty good. So I can't say that stop points are working perfectly because sometimes it actually goes like beyond the stop points just because it's going so super fast. But if you're not using like the warp speed mode, then it's probably gonna be just fine. So I'm thinking that I wanna have a shot of me like walking here in the studio, and then the camera tracks me up until this point, and then it like goes away once again. So I'm gonna use the tube lights outside of the office so that we get a little bit of better feeling when the camera is going out there, because there's basically no light at all. Let's see here. Blue. And the second one, I'm gonna set this to orange. So, yeah, that's gonna look good. All right, that actually looks pretty good. This is so much fun. So I can't say it works perfectly, but I do think the built-in stops works pretty good. And something that I probably should have used when I was putting my a7 III on there is this. This is basically like a wire stop. Like so. So that the whole unit doesn't like derail if it goes past one of your endpoints. So this is probably good to have on the wire. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do give it a thumbs up because that sure does help a lot. And if you haven't subscribed, that'd be highly appreciated as well. So thanks so much for that. And now it's time to like take everything down here and go home. So Peter from Sweden out. Right?